You have played the song, and the Arethel did not come. I had thought that something might change, but no. The blessings of the heavens will never come, just as the lost of Aten can never be recovered. Thank you, stranger, for showing me this. Flutter away.
Draw your weapon! No, no! Please help, stranger. Madness from the river tainted the grain. Eating grain breeds sickness in the mind. We need help. I need your help. Monsters know about river. Refuse help. Denrit? Denrit's been dead for... No! Please save my mind, lest I forget everything. There's too much. Help us! The river. Something in the water grows into the grain. Oh, the grain's meant to be shipped to Melsenshire, but can't spread madness. Crenald. Go to Crenald. Strange man, Jenica, traveled there. Must have done something. Poison river with madness. Aiton, no help. If grain reaches troops, end up like Denrit, caged, murderous. Jenica, tainted water, Crenald. We ate the grain and we went mad. The grain, water from the river tainted. Need to find cure before grain reaches troops. Strange man, Jenica, went up river. Must have tainted the river in... Crenald feeds the river. Go there. He must heal. By the gods, these visions!
My head feels funny.
The mortals marched unto our golden plains, fair folk some, and dusky others. They found the rocks and rising of this land pleasing, They asked for it, but it was not ours to give. Cleaving stone and burning root, they made a kingdom for themselves and named it Talarain.
East of the Wolds, you'll find fortunes can be had there for a lucky adventure. Oh, really? Someone finally answers to my posting? Now that's what I like to see. Finally, those bandits will know what it's like to be preyed upon. Here's your gold. You earned it. Keep the peace.
Good day.
There's a bed if you're stopping over, a tankard if you're thirsty, and a fire to warm by in the Golden Plains Inn. Always open.
it's you again. By the gods, I finally have my thoughts return to me, and Denrit's mind is his own again as well. It is not much, but here is what reward we can spare you. Thank you. My husband, Denrit, and I run the Ron farm. There is much to tend to, but we managed to get it all done. It's the nearby town. We do trade with them. Though, once my husband and I became, well, crazed, we were prevented from going back. Denrit Rond is my husband. Together we run the Rond farm and keep things in order. This is our home. Denrit and I built it with our bare hands, and will build it again. Ah.
Welcome. Oh, what's all this? An artifact stolen from the vault, and it turned up in Lorcareign. I see. You'll want to start with the vault itself. I'll dispatch Oathblade Gwyn Anway to guard it. Meet her there when you're ready. The vault lies south through Tullarain, on the way to the walls. The odd thing is, not a soul's been inside that place for centuries. Can't imagine how someone could have gotten anything out. Never heard the ballads they sing of Grian Brighthelm? Ah, well, those were my days of youthful discretion. Swords must be sharp, armor shining. You must be war-sworn to all the world, as old Balagar said. You'll never see a dirty blade or an unpolished shield in Helmgard, no? Head south through Tullarain, then look for the small pass into the walls. Oathblade Gwyn Anway will be waiting for you there. Good luck.
Welcome to Helmgard. Paying business, as long as it's important, mind. You'll want to see Grian Shane, the Castellan. The contract board is my responsibility. That and keeping things clean and proper. Aye, it's open to all. You've got one done, come to me for your gold. Simple as that. You've all the scrolls then? Good. Nasty thieves, them kobolds. Here's your gold then. That I do. Any soul who's willing can take a contract. When it's done, just come to me. I'll see you paid. The Castellan will say he's just a simple soldier. But don't you believe that humble smile. The deeds he's done rival the House of Ballads. Well, you're one of us, so hold your head high. I try to, just like Grian says. Makes my neck sore after a spell. Now you go light on Braid. She's got her hands full as it is, believe me. Aye, that's us. Warsworn will find a bed to sleep in and services in kind. Bori's our blacksmith, and Braid is quartermaster. And of course, there's old Grian Shane, the Castellan. And I'm Henrik. I look after things, keep the contract board. If you've got something broken, Bori will fix it up for you. Right then.
Greetings. Hello. Grian promised I'd have tar, linen, and whetstones by the month's end. But forgive me. You didn't come to hear the quartermaster rant and moan at her lot. Come again when we're better stocked.
Let me guess. You've a cracked hilt, a broken greave strap, and a scratch on your shiny new shield. Another day in the life of Helmgard's prettiest blacksmith. Right.
Shield, brother. Welcome.
East of the Wolds, fortunes can be had there. Oh, really? Someone finally got a few for Finwick? Keep the peace.
Looking for potions? Very well.
Good day, traveler. Thank you so much for your help with these. I'll have them reworked and redistributed. In return for your help, please have these. They're sure to be of use. Nice talking to you.
A powerful relic stolen from our vaults, and they send a single pledge shield. Have they gone completely mad? Who knows how many like it were in that vault, and how many stolen already? Let's go in. We'll see what we find there. They were using it to summon Niskaro in those caverns. Terrible. This is what comes of forgetting and ignoring. In this vault lies every cursed, chaotic tool ever taken from our foes, before we became simple mercenaries. Its doors, its walls, its very floors are imbued with magic to keep these dangerous and powerful things in, and everything else out. Mike Castellan dislikes dust and old things that aren't sung in a tavern, so looking after them, worrying about them, falls to me. This place is mine alone to watch. Once we had shields enough to stand guard here day and night. Then the war came, and after Clyricon they went. Now I come on my own once a fortnight and inspect the grounds. You can see where that got us. You're far from it now, but it hangs over everything like a putrid fog. Its very Cora in Melson Shear is Amalur and commands the Warsworn at the front. You'll see in a moment. The outer doors are open, but that's no concern. It's the inner door that's always locked. Only Grian has that key. Come, this way. The inner door. That shouldn't be open. Pages? Are these the same ones from Brigand Hall? You there! Stop at once! I found this in the leader's hand. It's the key to the vault. Or maybe a copy of it. Can't tell for sure. No knowing how many times they've been in here when they knew I wasn't about. We were lucky to come when we did. It was clasped in the leader's hand. I'll show it to Brian Shane when I report to him. Return to Helmgard. Brian Shane won't like this, but he'll have to hear of it all the same. I must report to Brian immediately. Meet back at Helmgard, Pledgeshield.
I'm glad you're here. I've taken the precaution of jailing Gwyn. A bit heavy-handed, I know. But this is a serious matter, and only necessary until we've cleared this up. That vault was hers to watch over. This can't help but put her under suspicion. We have a small jail at the back of the keep. Useful enough, between the freemen and other sorts you find on the plains. Of course she was. I ordered her there. That proves nothing. Someone helped those mages get in. But who? And how? Things in that vault are fine for songs and tales of Eamon. They make the Warsworn seem more legendary and grand. Yeah, it's all dusty nonsense to me. The vault was Gwyn's responsibility. There's no getting around that. Until it's clear precisely what happened, she'll remain where she is. Yes, these mages, the Farlangi, was that it? They stole the relic, of course. But they must have had help from inside to get in. Your search must continue. She never mentioned a key. Withholding evidence as well. The girl broods so. Suppose I'm not surprised. I do want to know what became of that key.
Welcome to Helmgar.
Most pledge shields arrive. Get trained. Unlike Brian, you'll have to pay for what you buy. Come again when we're better stocked.
Most pledge shields arrive. Get trained and then head off to war.
Travelling, brother. Headed for Cluricon. The wind on the plains can howl like a wolf sometimes.
Don't tell me you believe I had a hand in this. After all you've seen. This is a nightmare. That's where you're wrong. I'm guilty of looking too much to the past, of trying to warn them this could happen. But Grian would rather sweep this under the rug. That's why I'm in here. I wish I knew. Today's Warsworn aren't heroes or demon slayers, just mercenaries. Soldiers. Grian Shane is a shining specimen of the modern Warsworn. That our old enemy still lurks somewhere in the shadows? Yes, often and always upon deaf ears. The key! Gods damn it, he was in such a rush to throw me in here, I forgot. Take it, show it to Grian. If it is a copy, I know a Master Locksmith in Tyrion's Rest who might be able to help. It is described in our histories. A thing of great power won by Aegon from an evil mage. We know little else. Before you found it, we didn't even know it could be used to call forth Niscaro. We didn't know it, but someone did. Every cursed object from the times of the First Sworn we keep in that vault under lock, key, and other protections. It was only a matter of time before some villain found a way in. Does he think this will all go away after he locks me up? That those mages and their Niscaro will vanish just because he shuts his eyes? Huh. I'll be alright. Just go solve this, and get me out of here. As much magic and artistry has gone into that key as into the lock. Casting a working copy would be no simple task. First, speak with the Castellan. If the key is a copy, then you must seek the Master Locksmith in Tyrion's Rest.
Every month, more free men make. Travelling, brother. Headed for Pentagon?
Yes?
Armor shined, sword sharp. That's how Grind likes things.
What's this now? A key found among the vault intruders. I see. Well, I can say for certain that it's not the original. That was the first thing I checked after you went off to the vault. As I told you, the first thing I did was verify the key was safe and sound in its proper place. Which means what you found is an impossibly perfect copy. Ah, yes, the gnome. Tarion. He'd know something of how this was done. Did Gwyn suggest this? She always did have a head for these things. Although, if she's behind this, the gnome could be a trap. Be wary, Pledge Shield.
Shield brother?
The summer Fae suffered the winter's onslaught. They collided amidst lightning and fire, and a god storm gathered up the land in its embrace, crushing it. Do you remember the steady rain? The hail of bodies, both wintry and warm? It was a sword carving the plains with death.
We would have been lost without Elrod Edmund. He was a great officer in the war, but was sent home when a Mergen left its trident in his back.
What do you want? Do you always approach strangers out in the wild? It's a bad habit, to be sure. I was a seamstress who made nets for the coastal fishermen. My hands may be callous, but they're strong. I don't care where we are. All I care about is finding some place to call home. So if they can keep that blasted battle their glory, I just want a decent night's sleep. Few of us had even spoken to each other before the Tuatha came. But tragedy has a way of throwing disparate souls together. What kind of question is that? You want to know about the Tuatha? Go back to Tawili. Gaze at the fires that never cease. There's your education. I have no idea what you mean. The thought is offensive at best. I'll teach you not to make such accusations. But...
Welcome. I know our little camp doesn't look like much, but it's home. After all, what is home but a place where people love you? I am Lord Crass, heir to Dolve'an, and soon to be mayor of New Culm. It is no place for these people. I've seen many sorrowful sights in my travels abroad, and nothing could have prepared me for the suffering I've witnessed here. If what they say is true, then the Forsaken Plain is truly cursed. Only the Fae could have spoiled a place so utterly. To them, death is just a new beginning. My cousin Cliath-Arn abandoned Dolve'an for a life of waste and frivolity in Rathir. When the war began, I was forced to hand everything over to the Alfar army, except Erlich here. I will return one day. It is my birthright. The war took everything these poor folk possessed. Their farms, their families, their future. Now they search for hope in a hopeless land. At Dolve'an, I was born into wealth, into prestige, and I took it for granted. That is why I've devoted myself to raising these good people up. Out here? No. I have not seen any Tuatha on this long, treacherous road. However, there are plenty of other dangers to avoid. Trust me. Bandits prowl the high cliffs to the east, and there is talk of spies among the refugees. But I am not one to heed rumors and suspicions. Ah, I'm glad you asked. The village of Culm was a place of peace, of prosperity. Now it is little more than ashes and bones. But by burning our homes, the Tuatha have kindled in us a fire for survival. We will build a new Culm. All I need is the gold to support this bold undertaking, possibly by retrieving the treasures of Culm. Care to help? There are many valuables, but only a chosen few will fetch the kind of gold we need to begin construction. A painting, an urn, a box, and some jewelry. A nobler soul I've never met. Now, here is what I intend to do, because like all good leaders, I have a plan. My plan involves the treasures of Culm. The people of this good village were not mere farmers, but members of the highest strata. Their collection of valuables was truly second to none. To safeguard those possessions, and because many proved cumbersome on this long journey, they hid them. I want you to bring them to me. Sadly, we will need to sell them. The items are in Bitter Cove, east of here near the hills. It was deserted when we spent the night there, but I fear it's been occupied since then. Goodbye.
Stop staring at me. I'm not doing anything strange. You're the outsider here. I worked in my uncle's granary. I hated it, but I guess that doesn't matter now. I'll take the little gold I have left and start my own business. Someplace safe, I hope. I'm just here. What do you want me to say? My farm was burned just like everyone else's. They had farms in Culm, right? They aren't so scary. People round here are just bitter because the Tuatha destroyed their lives. I guess it's mostly a matter of perspective. Tuatha? Are you mad? The only thing I know about the Tuatha is how they killed my cousins and put my granary to the torch. Who told you? Was it Froma? I knew she was weak. I need the gold, okay? The Tuatha took everything. The least I can do is take their money. Listen, spare me and I'll leave. Disappear. Just go where they can never find me. That's a promise. Goodbye.
Yeah? I saw you coming. Hope you'd visit. Just about mad with worry. What with the freemen roaming the hills and caverns. Tell me, child, have you noticed a young woman about? She's quite fair, with red hair, a tattoo like mine across her cheek. It's been 3 days. Their campfires burn all through the night and cast unsettling shadows. They're the worst kind of bandits. Those who don't kill for excess, but for necessity. I am no one. Everything that defined me, my livelihood, my family, my home, all of them were left ash by the Tuatha. Lyra is my life now. None of us wish to be without a roof over our heads, begging for our meals from any man or woman who passes us by. It's not what any of us planned. It was fate. My newfound love, and the only person I have. Everyone, my wife, my son, my grandchildren, all of them were killed in the attacks. Nothing remains but Lyra. She and several of her friends went in search of a better place to make our camp. This wretched sun takes its toll, doesn't it? But they never returned, and I worry. Would you do an old man this one kindness? Would you help me find her? Thank you. I am not rich, not anymore. But what I have left to give is yours. It means nothing without my love. Lyra went in search of refuge in Oriata's tomb. A better place than this desolate cliff. I would try the cemetery on the hill where they buried all the old war heroes. She resisted my advances at first. Tried to use our differences in age to deny their connection. But in the end, fate played its beautiful hand. We began as friends. I was the hunter and she was my apprentice. But her skills quickly surpassed my own. She is a gifted woman, a true wonder. A fitting memorial for a great man. He saved our people from complete destruction. If I had the strength, I would climb that hill and pay my respects. She and her friends were crawling all over the hill near Oriata's tomb. Not exactly the way to show respect, but she meant well. Be careful.
Yes?
Oh, hello. Don't recognize your face. Good day. I am Anchor Edmure, scholar and novice sagecrafter. Of course, I may not be a novice much longer. Not after this. Goodbye.
Good day, traveler.
The road has been long for you, my friend. You wear the dust of a job well done. I thank you. The people of the Tuuli coast thank you. I have seen much savagery on the eastern shores. May it stay there, where blood fills the boots of the fallen. We all do our part. You have done yours. Stay vigilant.
How would Grind say? You're accepting the Second Plains contract. Takes a particular sort to pull a ring out of a grave like that. Here's your pay. Wait, have you washed your hands? Goodbye.
East of the Wolds, fortunes can be had. Oh, really? Someone finally answers to my posting? I didn't think you'd be. I'll pay for each arm. Keep the peace.
Hello. Ratov has finally sent you. After 10 years of wasting his life at my tap, he decides to send someone else for this. Well, I'm a busy man, stranger. Say what you came here to say. There's not much in terms of services in town. Besides the inn, you've got Banron and his smithy Askel and his alchemy shop. Aiton started as a trading post between Dalentarth and Rathir. For a while, we even saw some profit. Until the war. Now, few come and nobody stays. Just some burned-out farms and this trading post. Different from Talarain, east of here. But we've our share of problems. Ron Farm, for example. Or the Freeman. Even Ratov is causing a ruckus. It is a wasteland. Nothing but monsters and ruins. He took my sons. He took all of Aiton's sons and daughters, husbands and wives when he went to war. And all that was returned to us was a single man, broken and destitute, begging to drink himself into oblivion. If Ratifer wants to escape his poverty, I say let him rot in it. You know nothing of my loss. Your words will not restore the lives of my sons or the future of Aiton. Give me that charter. Everyone will see it and know what Ratifer did to Aiton and how far he fell. Always open. Take a seat and grab a tank. Stranger, just keep your business quiet. Always open.
Greetings.
What is it you need, stranger? How go my affairs? Then the charter was sold after all. In the years I've been back, I've never held this much gold at once. There's nothing holding me back now, thanks to you. It's time I do what I should have done years ago. Buy a blade, I'll get to Rathir, and book passage for Melsenshir to the war front. I left here 10 years ago with the promise of glory and Aiton's youth, but came back alone. I've carried their deaths with me since. What life I had left here you sowed. Now I return to war, a nameless soldier. I pray to the gods I never make it back. It was not always the empty place you see now, but it has become little more than a stopping point between Dalentarth and Rathir for travelers to use. This used to be a peaceful place full of farmlands. It is still a quiet place, but now the freemen are lurking around just looking to murder and thieve. It's been 10 years since I came back from Tuwili. Their families, their loved ones. I couldn't look them in their faces. I could never understand.